Hello guys, how are you? Welcome to my channel. Haven't seen you in a while. Like I always say that in the beginning of my videos because my videos are not as frequent as I would want to. Such is life. So I haven't done a video like that in a while and here I am. I want to show you one of my newer tracks. It's not released yet, but I will release it myself probably because that's what I do with my music mostly. I don't work with labels. I like to self-release my music myself, and as always a bit of talk in the beginning. But I made a track with my AKAI sampler a while ago, and I haven't been making jungle or drum and bass because I'm just busy with other stuff, and especially I don't use my hardware that much. Sadly, it just sits there collecting dust. But from time to time, when I have like an inspiration, I like to turn my gear on and just have fun with it a little bit. So the track that I'm going to show you today, well, I put the title Jungle in the description, even though the track itself doesn't have an amen break, and you probably associate amen with jungle, and if there's no amen, it's probably going to be a drum and bass track. However, every time I put drum and bass in my titles, the videos don't get that many views, because I believe whenever people see drum and bass, they associate it with this kind of stuff, which is like commercial crap to me. But without further ado, I'm not going to talk too much this time. Let's get into the track and how I made it. So this is what my section looked like. For sequencing my AKAI sampler, I'm using the old version of Cubase VST32 because I find it works best when sequencing my sampler. I'm only using AKAI S1000 with its 8 outputs and no other external sounds. In my session, you can see that there's more than 8 channels going on, but just because some of the effects sounds, like I call them effects, just random sounds, they're all assigned to different MIDI channels, but they all come out from one output source, as well as some vocal samples. I'm just using different MIDI channels because of the easiness of using them throughout the whole keyboard, so I could play them up and down, but they all come out from one output channel, meaning that it's sort of like a group, many sounds, one output for the processing. Now let's take a look at the breaks that I'm using. I am using 3 breaks. I do find that using 3 different breaks in a track, it kind of gives you enough, I don't know, creative space to fill. Because 3 breaks, I never play like 3 breaks all at once, but I can change them. Like mostly I layer 2 breaks at once, but then you can kind of change them one and another in between, and it creates interesting arrangements. Everything else is just 808 bass and a couple of other sounds that I'm actually made with my microKORG and sampled them into the AKAI S1000 and then replayed them as notes and stuff. Another thing I want to mention, I have this Behringer compressor, which is stereo compressor, or it can be used as like 2-channel compressor. I used to do that in the past, and now I started doing that again. I usually put it on inserts on my mixing desk for my breaks. So I do have 3 breaks, but I only compress 2 breaks. Anyway, let's look at the first break. So my first break consists of a couple of chops. And this is how it looks when it's sequenced. Another break is, the second break is more like a complementary, it's not like a main break, so I just play it sometimes and in some intervals. And it only has 2 chops, so it's very simple. And the third break is kind of the main break, only a couple of chops as well. This is how it looks when it's sequenced. After that, I have an 808 bass. Obviously, how can you live without an 808 bass? It's the, you know, the low part of the track. And then the whole section of all sorts of effect sounds that, as I said, I assigned every sound to a different MIDI channel, but they all come out from one output into the of the AKAI S1000 into the mixing desk for mixing. This one I actually sampled from Fino's 2 track, because why not? Another sound. I think it's a stretch sound from like a Photec or something like that. That too, I took it from one of the Photec tracks and just stretched a little bit, so it's not even recognizable. Another effect sound. Oh, that's Photec as well. And yeah, I don't know, it's just some sort of effect sound from the library that I have of many different sounds. So now the chord. So the chord is actually, I just played it on my micro cork with its custom patches, one of the custom patches. Like I played a chord, played a bit of a cutoff, and resampled that back into the AKAI, so it kind of sounds, it's a nice sound. And then a bunch of vocals that I took from old like reggae dub tunes. And a simple hi-hat. And a simple hi-hat. And that's it. The way I work with my drum and bass or jungle, I just collect a bunch of sounds. I sample those into the AKAI, and then I try to work out what sort of arrangements and melodies I can come up with. Whenever I start a track, I never really have like an idea of what the track is gonna sound like, what sort of vibe I want from the track. I just take the kind of sounds I like and I try to build a track from them. It's like, you know, collecting Legos or salad, you know, ingredients, and then just making a meal out of that. So this is my basic approach to making drum and bass and jungle and just literally any kind of tracks. So let's listen to the track, and I've got a couple of more video ideas, and I might just try and make more videos in the forthcoming weeks. So enjoy the track, and by the way, let me know in the comments if you like it, and just ask me any questions so I could maybe give you an answer to that. Okay, bye.